Beautiful Charleston, South Carolina.
Beautiful beaches. Voted the #1 city in the U.S. multiple years in a row. Voted the friendliest city in the U.S. and the #1 moving destination. But we didn't move to Charleston, South Carolina. That's right, back in 2015 when my wife and I packed our bags from Southern California and moved to the right coast, we chose not to move to Charleston, South Carolina. We found home right here in Lexington, South Carolina, which is centrally located in the state right outside of Columbia and the home of beautiful Lake Murray. And in this video, I'm gonna give you my top 3 reasons why we didn't move to Charleston, South Carolina. Hurricanes. Now again, we came from the West Coast. We've dealt with earthquakes, wildfires, other natural disasters, you name it, but never hurricanes. The only knowledge I have of hurricanes is what the news shows us, and that's pretty dramatic. Now, I've had friends that lived in the Panhandle, Florida, and they told me it was no big deal, but we weren't ready to take that plunge. Now, granted, we aren't entirely safe from hurricanes here in the middle of the state, but statistics from the NOAA.gov site show that within a 25-mile radius, and comparing from Lexington to Charleston, basically since they started tracking hurricanes, which was back in the 1800s, Lexington has had 5 hurricanes that crossed through between a Category 1 and a Category 2, and 27 tropical storms, where Charleston has had 23 from Cat 1 to Cat 4 hurricanes and 39 tropical storms. So obviously you can see those chances are way greater sitting on the coast of Charleston. Traffic. Now, one of the things we hated about California was the traffic. It just never seemed to get better. There was no rush hour. It was most of the day that you would sit in bumper to bumper traffic. Trips that should have taken 45 minutes would take hours. And that's not something we wanted to deal with anymore. And with all the growth in Charleston, their traffic has picked up. There's plenty of places that are traffic nightmares. And that's not something I wanted to deal with on a regular basis. Cost of living. So one of the main reasons we chose to move was cost of living. Cost of living in California was so high that we just could not afford to buy a home. At the time, I was working as an EMT and my wife was working in the hospital. And unfortunately, as many of you know in the medical field, it doesn't pay very well. And so when we moved here, we didn't want to be stuck in the same situation. And so thankfully, shortly after we moved here, we bought our first house. It's a beautiful 3-bedroom, 2-bath home in a cul-de-sac in a neighborhood, and we only paid $150,000 for it. Now granted, the market has changed since then, and we sold that property later for quite a bit more. However, when we look at the statistics now to see cost of living, our year-to-date statistics show our average is about $230,000 for a home. Where Charleston year-to-date, they're about $472,000. So as you can see, quite a significant difference. Your money can go a lot further here than it can in Charleston. Alright, so in the end, Charleston is a beautiful place. My wife and I love to visit there. And hey, maybe one day we'll retire there. But if Lexington is right for you, click that subscribe button. And if you do decide to go to Charleston, still shoot me a message because we do have offices down there and I'd love to get you in touch with one of our great agents. Otherwise, take care, God bless, and we'll see you on the next one.